Hi, I'm Daniel Hill. You can find me on Instagram at Daniel Hill Media, and welcome to my flash briefing. First, I'd like to start out by giving a huge shout out to Mary from Florida. Thank you for listening, Mary. You rock. Now let's get into the news. There's an account on Instagram that is the F word followed by Jerry. I can't say the name because this is a family-friendly flash briefing, and I want you to be able to listen to it in front of your kids. And I apologize for even bringing this story up because of this word that I'm not going to say. But this account and other similar accounts repost things that are funny that other people have said either on Twitter or videos or whatever. They just repost things all day long. And there are quite a number of accounts that do this. I personally really like accounts like this because I can't follow all these people, but I feel like they're giving me the best of the best. However, this particular account, Comedy Central, has begun advertising on their account. And people are pointing this out saying, this account is just stealing other people's jokes. Advertising on this account is wrong. Hold on a second. You can agree with this or disagree with this. I personally disagree because I think that everyone can be a content librarian or content sharer or however you want to think of it in 2019, as long as they give credit to the original source. Now, whether or not this account always gives credit to the original source, I can't say, but a lot of times it looks to me like they do. They put the Twitter handle of the person who said the funny thing, and then they add some kind of snarky commentary on it. To me, that is perfectly acceptable. And it's okay if you disagree. But if you are going to start an account like this, just make sure that you have the people's permission before you post. And if you have an issue with it, that's okay too. Now, on to the question of the day.
How do you find the right hashtags in your niche?
What I do is manually search. I think of words that might be good for indicating what kind of things my general account is about. I don't focus on each individual post, but rather what message am I trying to convey through my account? And then I search for those hashtags and I see how many posts each one has. When you type the hashtag into a post, Instagram actually tells you how many posts it has, which is super helpful. I do not focus on using hashtags that have more than 500,000 posts. Okay, I might throw one or two in just for good measure, but honestly, no one is ever going to see my hashtag, my picture, if it has 11 million posts with the same hashtag. It's just not going to happen. And I accept that. So focus on the smaller niche ones and don't forget to look at some other people in your space, whether you view them as colleagues or competitors, see what hashtags they're using. They might not even be using hashtags correctly, but you might find one or two that'll be good to use on your post. I'm going to end this flash briefing with a question. Why is there no Instagram event at all? A conference, anything? And how do we make one? Can we make one? What has to happen in order for that to occur? Please send me a direct message and let me know, what would an Instagram event or conference look like and what would you want to see there? I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for listening.